But a question was, why don't we pair heavy days with metabolic conditioning? Metabolic conditioning is often shortened to the term Metcon, and that is often people's idea of metabolic conditioning is something that's got multiple movements and high heart rate, and you're breathing hard and you're doing stuff and you're running and you're jumping, you're lifting kettlebells, you're doing all this stuff that CrossFit is known for. And we don't pair those kinds of workouts with the same days that we do heavy days. And we do that for a few reasons. Number one, this gym, CrossFit 43 North, is all about coaching. We are here to help you improve in the way that you need to improve in both your strength and your athleticism. And we can't do those things if all we do is jam-pack a full session with stuff just to get you all hot and sweaty. That's not what a well-rounded training program is. So our heavy days are heavy. And if it's a back squat or something that's a little bit more simple movement, then the goal is to go as heavy as you can all the way across all of the sets. If you do that with as much effort as you possibly can, you won't have anything left over to be doing any other kind of workout. Okay, so that should be everything that your body can handle for the day. If, like on this week, it was snatches, which are a more technical movement, if your technique is not up to the place where you can actually do that lift heavy, then you need to spend time working on the technique. And if we rush through that session so that you get some exposure to some snatches and then go do this other thing, you're not spending the time working on the technique to get better. So we just focus on the one thing. Sure, it may not feel like a great workout that day, but that will pay dividends in the future. When your technique gets better and you can lift heavier, then you will be in a better position later. Also, if we try to combine two things in one workout, people are going to have a favorite. Some people are going to bias the strength lifting section, and they're going to put all their energy in there and then have nothing left over for the metabolic conditioning thing. Or the people that don't really like lifting, and they're going to not put as much effort into that and then put it into the other thing, and they're not going to do either one really, really well. The last piece, I'm going to try to make this short, is that metabolic conditioning is that. It's conditioning and improving the condition of your metabolism. And you have multiple metabolic pathways in your body, ways that your body fuels the activities that you do. So if you are challenging one of those metabolic pathways and it's having to work really hard and then it recovers and then you make it work really hard again, you're improving it, you're training it. That metabolic pathway is being conditioned. So in a way, metabolic conditioning happens when you're lifting heavy. It's going to be working one of the metabolic pathways that's maybe not gotten in the other longer workouts that most people categorize as metabolic conditioning, but it is still metabolic conditioning. So I think it's just sometimes there are a lot of CrossFit gyms that combine the two because they feel like everyone needs to, you got to give people a good sweaty session and they got to work really hard the whole time, and we got to get some strength in and we got to get this in. We find that diminishes the return on both of those efforts, and it doesn't allow us as coaches to do our job, which is to coach our athletes and make them better athletes. So that's why we at CrossFit 43 North don't combine those two in one session. Okay, again, if you have any questions on anything health and fitness related, send me an email, Clayton@CrossFit43north.com, and I'll see you next week.